One of the most favorite parts of my body that I like to work my legs, I like to work my core. One of the things I really admire is the fact that when I lift heavy weights, I'm able to hold them because of my grip strength. My forearms may not be as big as they used to be in years past. Those of you that remember when I was training to become a power lifter, so I was trying to lift heavy things and my weight was going up as I was lifting heavier things. But one of the strongest parts of your body when you're lifting, aside from your core and your legs, of course, is your forearms to be able to grip those heavy weights and being able to withstand holding it in place as you're doing whatever weight motion that you're doing with whatever body part. But in that mindset of us is really starting to get us to think that the more we hold on to something, the stronger we are. The harder I can squeeze something, that really shows how strong I am. If we think about it with the weights, that is the truth. If I hold on to something, if I can lift myself up and do some pull ups, that means I'm pretty strong to be able to pull myself up repetitiously. And sometimes we tend to do that with the things in our life that we're not supposed to be lifting, like worrying about the future, like being depressed about the things in our past. We keep gripping onto these things. I keep gripping onto the way that I want to do things in my life. And the Lord is just saying the opposite to us. And he speaks to us ever so clearly in Mark chapter 8, verse 35. Jesus is speaking clearly to his disciples when he says, "For whosoever," and I'm reading King James, "for whosoever will save his life shall lose it. But whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it." So while the world is saying that we have to hold on to things and our mind, the way that we feel that we have to control things, our ability to control our lives and the outcome of certain things, and I want to do this my way. The true strength is not in how much you can squeeze it, how much you can squeeze the juice out of your life and your life gives you lemons, you make lemonade and you squeeze the lemons and you get the lemonade juice into the cup. The strength is not in how much you can grip it. The strength is in your ability to release it. And you're releasing it for God. God is saying, will you give up the way that you're trying to do your life? Will you give up the fact that it's uncertain what's going to happen next? Will you give up your mindset of looking at the GPS and looking through the different sections of the GPS and wanting to know every turn that I'm going to take you in this life? Are you comfortable enough with knowing who I am? I am the great I am. I am God. I am your creator. But yet you're relying on your created steps more than the one who created you. Will you hang on to the way that you're wanting to do your life? Tonight, we got a decision to make. Will you continue to hang on to the way that you know life to be? Or will you let go of the way that you figure that life is going to be to embrace it the way that God wants you to see it? He's wanting you to look at it from his perspective. He's giving you access, the backstage pass to what it is that he's wanting to do in your life. But the problem is that it may look a little differently than the way that you calculated your life to be. Are you okay with that? And that's something for us to ponder. I'm not expecting an answer automatically tonight, but I want to get you thinking about the fact that you're hanging on to your life and you can lose it. The way that I was living my life prior to God or submitting to the way that God wants me to live it, right now, speaking to you all right now, being able to use his word and apply it to our lives and apply it to the way that we go about having meaningful, strong relationships with him at the center, I was losing my life out there. But when I gave up and said, Lord, I never saw myself having a ministry of my own. I never saw myself being able to be used by you to help people. The minute that I gave up that uncertainty that I had about my own abilities, that's when God's abilities were able to flow freely through me. And I'm telling you, this is not a Joe thing. This is a thing that he has for all of us. This is a gift that he wants to give us. It has a nice bow on it and has your name on it. It's up to you to open it. Will you submit? Will you give up? Will you let go? Your strength is not in your ability to squeeze it and it being your life. Your real strength is being able to release it and saying, Lord, it's yours. My life, my way of thinking, what I want to happen, I give it up to you. It's yours. It says anyway. He just wants you to make the choice to admit that his way is the only way. I've tried it my way and I've failed. It's a strain. It's a weight that I can't bench press this, Lord. Spot me. The minute that you let go, that's when he picks it up and racks it for you.